They say aging is just a part of life. But for many of us, it starts to feel like we're slowly losing pieces of who we are, our focus, our energy, our independence. Hi friends, I'm William Johnson, and welcome back to Lifewell Seniors, where we believe that growing older doesn't mean giving up. It means growing wiser, living with intention, and taking care of this amazing body that's carried you through so much already. Now, if you've been feeling just a little off lately, more tired than usual, forgetting names more often, or noticing that your vision just isn't what it used to be, I want you to know something right up front. You are not alone. And more importantly, you are not powerless. Today, I'm going to share a simple habit that's been part of my morning for over 30 years. It's helped me stay sharp, balanced, and illness-free, not because it's magic, but because it gives the body what it truly needs. It's a warm, calming drink made from just 4 everyday ingredients, each one gently supporting your brain, your eyes, your heart, and your energy. So if you've ever thought, I just don't feel like myself lately, then this episode is for you. Stay with me, because this one small ritual might be the reset your body's been waiting for. I know what you're thinking. That can't be real. Especially if you've been waking up groggy, squinting at labels, or walking into a room only to forget why you're there. But I promise you, I'm not here to sell you a magic fix. I'm here to share something simple, something that's been part of my morning routine for decades, and it just might change how you feel when you start your day. If your energy feels off, if your memory slips more often than it used to, if your vision has started to blur or lights at night feel almost blinding, you're not alone. I've worked with older adults for more than 3 decades, and these stories, I hear them every single day. We've been told things like, that's just aging. But let me ask you this. What if it's not just age? What if your body has been quietly asking for help in a language no one ever taught you to understand? Because here's what I've learned. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. Often, it just means your body needs something different, and sometimes, that something is surprisingly simple. Today, I want to walk you through a small habit, just one. It's a warm drink, made from 4 everyday ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen. It takes 5 minutes to prepare, and it's helped hundreds of my patients feel more alert, more balanced, and more in control of their health. So if you're ready to feel clearer, steadier, and more energized, stick around. And hey, if this already feels like the kind of conversation you've been looking for, go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Not for me, for you. This channel is where we explore real, doable senior health tips that support your independence and well-being, one step at a time. Let's get into it. Let's talk about something real. Getting older brings its fair share of challenges. And I'm not just talking about gray hair or forgetting where you left your keys. I mean the quiet changes, the ones that sneak up on you and start to shift how you feel day to day. Maybe you've noticed your balance isn't as steady, or your eyes struggle to adjust when you go from a bright room into the evening light. Maybe conversations take a little more energy to follow, or names float out of your mind just as quickly as they came in. And that feeling, you know the one, where your body just feels a little off. Not sick, not in pain. Just not quite right. And here's the thing. Most of us are told, that's just aging, as if there's nothing you can do about it. But what if I told you that a lot of these frustrating symptoms aren't just about getting older? They're actually about something deeper? 2 hidden culprits affect almost every part of the aging body. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. Now don't worry, I'm not about to give you a science lecture. But I do want to explain these 2 terms simply, because once you understand them, everything else will make sense. Let's start with inflammation. We usually think of inflammation as swelling, like when your knee gets sore or your joints feel stiff. But chronic inflammation is quieter. It's not loud or painful. It's low-grade, slow-moving, and it builds up silently over the years. This type of inflammation causes your body to stay in a kind of fight mode all the time. And when your body is stuck in that mode, it wears you down. It narrows the blood vessels behind your eyes. It interferes with how oxygen gets to your brain. It slows your circulation and affects how clearly you think. Then we add oxidative stress to the mix. Think of oxidative stress like rust on a car. It happens when your cells are exposed to unstable molecules, called free radicals, that damage your healthy tissue over time. These free radicals come from things like pollution, stress, processed food, or even just natural aging. And when your body doesn't have enough antioxidants to fight back, that damage adds up. So here's the connection. When you combine chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, you get a perfect storm that leads to things like blurry vision, fatigue, brain fog, and poor circulation. But, and this is the hopeful part, your body isn't helpless. In fact, your body is incredibly smart. It wants to heal. It wants to function clearly and smoothly, no matter your age. It just needs a little help. And sometimes, that help doesn't come from a prescription bottle or a new therapy, it comes from what you feed your body and how you support it day to day. That's where this morning drink comes in. We're going to combine 4 simple, natural ingredients, each one chosen for its ability to help reduce inflammation, fight oxidative stress, and nourish the parts of your body that need it most: your brain, your eyes, your heart. This isn't about starting a new diet or turning your life upside down. It's about making one small change in how you start your day, one glass, one habit, one gentle shift in the right direction. Before we dive into the ingredients, I want you to remember this. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just waiting for the right start. And that start might be as simple as what's in your cup tomorrow morning. Let's kick things off with something delicious. Something small, sweet, and powerful. I'm talking about blueberries, nature's little blue gems. Now, before you think, really? Just blueberries? Stick with me, because these little guys do a whole lot more than decorate muffins. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, specifically a group called anthocyanins, which are what give them that deep blue color. But these aren't just pretty pigments, they're powerful defenders, especially when it comes to brain health, memory, and eyesight. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Her name's Carol. She's 72, full of life, but a couple years ago she started noticing she'd lose her train of thought mid-sentence. She'd forget where she left her reading glasses, even if they were on her head. Sound familiar? Instead of jumping straight to supplements, we looked at her daily habits. And one of the simplest shifts she made? She added blueberries to her morning drink. Just a small handful every day. Within weeks, she told me her mind felt less foggy. She could remember names at church again. Her focus during reading improved. Now, I'm not saying blueberries are a miracle. But the science backs Carol up. A clinical study at Tufts University found that older adults who consumed just 1 cup of blueberries a day for 12 weeks showed notable improvements in memory, cognitive performance, and even coordination. Another study published in the Annals of Neurology tracked over 16,000 women and found that those who ate more blueberries and strawberries delayed cognitive aging by up to 2.5 years. That's not a small thing. That's the difference between forgetting someone's birthday, or remembering to call just in time. So how exactly do blueberries help? They fight oxidative stress, especially in the brain and the retina, the part of your eye responsible for clear vision. They boost blood flow, helping oxygen and nutrients reach delicate tissues in your eyes and mind. They enhance neural communication, so your brain can process, recall, and respond faster. And here's what I love most about them: they're easy. You don't need a recipe. No prep work. Just grab a handful, fresh or frozen, and you're good to go. Now, you might be wondering, can I use frozen blueberries? Absolutely. In fact, frozen berries are often picked and frozen at peak ripeness, which means they can have just as many, if not more, nutrients than fresh ones shipped from far away. Here's how I like to use them in the drink we're building. Take about 1/3 to ½ cup of blueberries, a small handful. If using frozen, let them thaw a bit or pour warm water over them in your cup. Lightly mash them with a spoon to release the juice. It creates this beautiful, deep purple color. Let that sit while you prepare the other ingredients. The flavor infuses right into the warm water. And by the way, that color you see? That vibrant purple blue? That's not just pretty. That's antioxidant power, right there in your mug. But blueberries don't just work alone, they pair wonderfully with the next ingredient we'll be adding, something warm, fragrant, and deeply healing. Especially for your heart and your circulation. We'll get to that in a second. But for now, I want you to remember, aging doesn't mean you stop remembering names, or misplace your thoughts. Sometimes, it just means your brain needs a little more nourishment, and a little more time to reset. And sometimes, that reset starts with a handful of blueberries, gently stirred into a warm cup, first thing in the morning. Small, simple, and powerful. Cinnamon, gentle heat, strong support. Now that we've added the brain-boosting power of blueberries, let's stir in something warm and comforting, cinnamon. If blueberries are the spark for your brain, cinnamon is the steady flame. You might know cinnamon as a cozy flavor for toast, oatmeal, or apple pie. But long before it made its way into kitchens, it was used in ancient medicine for its powerful healing properties. And today, research is showing us just how smart those ancient healers really were. So why cinnamon? Why now? Let's start with something that affects almost every senior I've ever worked with: circulation. As we age, our blood vessels naturally lose some of their flexibility. That means blood doesn't flow as easily to where it's needed most, like your eyes, your brain, and your hands and feet. Poor circulation can lead to brain fog, cold fingers and toes, even dizziness when standing. But cinnamon has compounds, especially one called cinnamaldehyde, that help relax and expand blood vessels, improving flow without straining the heart. Think of it as gently clearing traffic from your body's highways. And there's more. Cinnamon is also a natural anti-inflammatory. That means it helps calm the low-grade inflammation we talked about earlier, the kind that quietly causes problems in the background. Here's what that can mean for you. Less pressure behind the eyes. Better focus and sharper recall. More stable energy throughout the day. A natural way to support healthy blood sugar. In fact, a 2020 study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that cinnamon extracts help protect brain cells from oxidative damage, especially in areas responsible for memory and learning. Another study showed that daily cinnamon intake improved working memory in older adults after just 6 weeks. Now that's something worth sipping on. But not all cinnamon is created equal. If you've only ever used the cinnamon in a plastic shaker from the grocery store, you might be surprised to learn there are 2 main types. Cassia cinnamon, very common, inexpensive, but higher in a compound called coumarin, which can be hard on the liver in large amounts. Ceylon cinnamon, often called true cinnamon, with a milder flavor and much lower coumarin levels. This is the one I recommend for daily use. You can find Ceylon cinnamon online or at health food stores, and it's worth it, especially if you're planning to make this drink a daily habit. Here's how to use it in your morning drink. Add ½ teaspoon of ground Ceylon cinnamon directly to your mug. If you're using a spoon to mash the blueberries, go ahead and stir the cinnamon in afterwards so it blends into the warm water. Let it steep for a minute or 2. The warmth will draw out the flavor and release the helpful oils. Now here's a bonus tip: if you want a little extra zing, you can pair cinnamon with a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper. That's optional, but it helps stimulate circulation and warms the body from the inside out. Just a pinch though, it's strong. And can I tell you something? Beyond the health benefits, there's something deeply soothing about the scent of cinnamon in the morning. It feels like comfort. Like home. Like you're doing something kind for yourself before the world gets loud again. That matters. Because how you begin your day often sets the tone for the rest of it. And when you start with warmth, physically and emotionally, you move through your morning with more calm, more clarity, and more confidence. So now, we've got blueberries for clarity and memory. Cinnamon for circulation and focus. Coming up next, we're adding something unexpected. It's not a spice or a fruit, it's a little powerhouse seed that helps your heart, brain, and digestion work together smoothly. It's affordable, easy to use, and it's going to round out this drink in a beautiful way. Ready for it? Let's talk about flaxseed. Ground flaxseed, strength from the inside out. So far, we've added the sweetness of blueberries and the warmth of cinnamon. Now it's time for something a little more down to earth, literally. Let me introduce you to a small ingredient with a big impact: ground flaxseed. Now I know, it's not flashy. It's not colorful like berries or fragrant like spices. But what flaxseed brings to this drink is something that's often overlooked in senior health: internal support that actually lasts. See, flaxseed is one of nature's richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. These fatty acids are essential for supporting your heart, brain, joints, and even mood, but here's the catch: your body can't produce them on its own. You've got to get them from your food. That's where flaxseed steps in. But that's just the beginning. Flaxseed is also packed with lignans, natural compounds with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Soluble fiber, which helps regulate digestion and supports gut health. Plant protein, helpful for maintaining strength and stability as we age. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how does this help my vision or memory? Let's connect the dots. The omega-3s in flaxseed help reduce inflammation in the brain and support the tiny blood vessels that keep your eyes nourished. The fiber supports digestion, which plays a surprisingly big role in mental clarity and immune function. And the lignans help regulate blood pressure and cholesterol, reducing the strain on your heart and circulation. Think of flaxseed as a stabilizer. It doesn't just make you feel good in the moment, it helps your whole system run smoother in the background. A quick word on how to use it. If you've seen whole flax seeds before, you might notice they're tiny and hard, almost like little brown beads. Here's the key, your body can't break them down unless they're ground. That's why we always use ground flax seed, not whole. You can buy it pre-ground, often called flaxseed meal, or grind it fresh at home using a small coffee grinder. Here's how I add it to the drink. Take 1 teaspoon of ground flax seed. Sprinkle it into the cup after the cinnamon and blueberries are mixed in. Stir well, it will thicken slightly and give the drink a gentle, satisfying texture. It's kind of like adding a creamy base, but without any dairy. The flavor is subtle, mildly nutty, almost invisible, but the effect it has on your body is anything but. And here's a tip for freshness. Flax seed contains healthy oils that can go rancid if stored improperly. So keep your ground flax in an airtight container in the fridge, and try to use it within 30 days of opening. If it smells bitter, it's time to toss it and get a fresh batch. One more reason I love flax seed? It's incredibly affordable. You can find a bag at most grocery stores for a few dollars, and it'll last weeks. But more importantly, it adds depth to this drink, not just in texture, but in how it supports your heart, brain, digestion, and vision. All from one tiny scoop. So now we have blueberries, to protect your brain and sharpen memory. Cinnamon, to boost circulation and support focus. Flaxseed, to stabilize from the inside out. We're almost there. There's just one ingredient left, and it's the one that brings everything together. It's bright, it's cleansing, and it gives your body a gentle nudge toward healing every morning. Let's wrap it up with a splash of sunshine. Next up, lemon water, and why it's more powerful than most people think. Warm lemon water, a gentle wake-up for your body. Now that we've added blueberries, cinnamon, and flaxseed into our cup, it's time for the final touch. A splash of fresh lemon juice, stirred into warm water. It might sound simple, too simple even, but don't underestimate the quiet power of a lemon. When you wake up in the morning, your body is coming out of a kind of reset mode. Your digestion is just waking up. Your cells are thirsty. Your circulation is slow and steady. And your immune system is deciding how it's going to show up today. This is the moment lemon water can make a real difference. Let's break down why. Lemon emoji. 1. Vitamin C for vision and vitality. Lemon juice is one of the best natural sources of vitamin C, and this vitamin does more than just help you fight off colds. It's a critical antioxidant that protects the delicate cells in your eyes and brain from oxidative stress, the same stress we've talked about that leads to age-related vision loss, foggy thinking, and slow healing. In fact, studies show that regular intake of vitamin C can reduce the risk of cataracts by up to 50% in older adults. Support collagen production that keeps eye tissue healthy and resilient. Strengthen blood vessels, improving circulation to your eyes and brain. All that from half a lemon. Droplet emoji. 2. Supports hydration and gentle detox. Warm lemon water is also a powerful way to rehydrate your body first thing in the morning. After a full night's sleep, your cells are ready to drink in nourishment, and lemon water delivers hydration with a light dose of natural cleansing. It helps your liver flush out built-up toxins, gets your digestive system moving, and supports your kidneys in staying balanced. Think of it like wiping the slate clean before the day begins. And here's something people often overlook. When your digestion is functioning well, your whole body feels better. You absorb nutrients more efficiently, you eliminate waste more easily, and you feel lighter, not just physically, but mentally, too. Sunny with clouds emoji. 3. Boosts energy without caffeine. Unlike coffee or tea, which give you a short-term jolt, lemon water provides a gentle energy boost that comes from supporting your cells and circulation naturally. No jitters, no crashes, just clarity. Many of my patients over the years have told me that swapping their first cup of coffee for warm lemon water made them feel more awake, but also calmer. Like their body wasn't fighting to keep up, it was finally working with them. White checkmark emoji. Here's how to add it to your morning drink. Take half a fresh lemon. Squeeze the juice directly into your warm water after the other ingredients have been added and stirred. Gently stir again and take a moment to breathe in the aroma. You'll feel the brightness before you even take your first sip. And please, whenever possible, choose organic lemons. Not only are they free from harsh pesticides, but they also tend to have more flavor and nutrient density. Trust me, you'll taste the difference. So now, our morning ritual is complete. Blueberries to protect your mind and vision. Cinnamon to boost circulation and calm inflammation. Flaxseed to stabilize energy and support digestion. Lemon water to hydrate, detoxify, and gently awaken your system. It's a small act of care, done with intention, and it can truly change how you feel day after day. How to prepare the drink. Now that you know each ingredient and what it does for your body, let's bring them all together into one warm, healing morning drink, the very same drink I've started most of my mornings with for over 30 years. And here's the best part. It's simple. No fancy machines. No complicated steps. Just you, your mug, and a few natural ingredients that support your body from the inside out. Let's walk through it, step by step. Shopping cart emoji, what you'll need. 1/3 to half cup of blueberries, fresh or frozen. Half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, ground. 1 teaspoon of ground flax seed. Juice of half fresh lemon. 8 to 10 ounces of warm, filtered water. Optional, a drizzle of raw honey if you like a hint of sweetness. Cook emoji, how to make it. 1. Warm your water. Start by heating 8 to 10 ounces of filtered water until it's warm, but not boiling. Think soothing tea temperature, not coffee hot. You want it warm enough to extract flavor and nutrients, but gentle enough to preserve the benefits of lemon and flax seed. 2. Add your blueberries. Drop your blueberries into the bottom of your favorite mug. If they're frozen, let them sit for a minute or two. Then, gently mash them with a spoon to release their juice. The color will start to bloom, a beautiful purple swirl. 3. Stir in cinnamon. Sprinkle in half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. As it blends with the blueberries and warm water, you'll notice a rich aroma begin to rise. Stir slowly and breathe in the comfort. 4. Add the flax seed. Next, stir in 1 teaspoon of ground flax seed. It might create a slightly thicker texture, but that's part of the magic. That gentle thickness is your body's ally, fiber, omega-3s, and deep nourishment in every sip. 5. Finish with lemon juice. Squeeze in the juice of half a fresh lemon. Always add this at the end, once the water has cooled just enough, to keep the vitamin C intact. Stir once more and take a moment to appreciate what you've created. Optional, add a small drizzle of raw honey if you enjoy a naturally sweet flavor. It's not required, but it can balance the tartness of the lemon and enhance the soothing nature of the drink. Coffee emoji, how to enjoy it. Drink it slowly, ideally 15 to 30 minutes before breakfast. Find a quiet moment. Sit near a window. Breathe. Let your body and mind wake up together. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual. A signal to your body that today, you are choosing care. Memo emoji, a few tips. Use fresh ingredients whenever possible for maximum benefit. Store ground flax seed in the fridge to keep it fresh and prevent bitterness. If using frozen blueberries, let them sit out for 5 minutes before mashing for easier blending. For variety, try switching lemon with orange slices once or twice a week. It adds a new twist but keeps that vitamin C boost. This drink isn't about perfection. It's not about forcing yourself into a new habit you dread. It's about beginning the day with intention. And when you give your body something loving, simple, and restorative each morning, it has a funny way of giving back. If you've made it this far, first, thank you. That already tells me something about you. It tells me you're not here for quick fixes or overnight miracles. You're here because you still believe in your own health. And I want you to hold on to that. This drink we've been talking about, it's not magic. It's not the kind of thing you take once and expect a transformation. It's more meaningful than that. It's a message. A quiet, daily message to your body that says, I'm still here. I still care about you. And over time, that message adds up. You might not notice a big change on day one. But one morning, you'll wake up and realize you feel a little clearer. Your mind isn't racing or foggy. Your energy lasts a little longer. You're more present during conversations. You remember a name without effort. And maybe, just maybe, you look in the mirror and see someone who feels a bit more like you again. That's what small habits do when they're rooted in care. They don't just change how we feel, they change how we show up for ourselves. You see, this drink isn't just about blueberries, cinnamon, flaxseed, and lemon. It's about intention. It's about reclaiming a part of your life that so many people give away with the words "it's just aging." But aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean clarity, strength, even peace. You're not too old to start. And you're not behind. One small act of care, repeated each morning, can create a ripple that moves through your whole day, your mood, your thoughts, your energy, your health. That's not hype. That's consistency. That's what works. So here's what I want you to do next. Try it. Just once. Wake up tomorrow and give yourself those 5 quiet minutes. Prepare this drink. Sit with it. Sip slowly. Let it be your moment, before the texts, the chores, the world. Just you and your body, reconnecting. And if you do try it, I'd love to know. Leave a comment below and write one simple word: refresh. That's it. That'll tell me you're in. You're showing up for yourself. And hey, if you found this video helpful, if it gave you hope or reminded you of your own strength, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who might need it. Someone who's quietly struggling, just like you might have been. This community, Lifewell Seniors, is built on care, clarity, and compassion. It's a space where your health journey matters. And I'm honored to walk alongside you in it. Your body wants to heal. Sometimes, it just needs you to believe that it can. I'm William Johnson, and this has been Lifewell Seniors. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you in the next episode.